Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Local Enterprise Office Clare's very first Facebook Live interview. We are delighted to be welcomed here today by Evan Mangan from the marketing crowd in Kerry. Evan, how are you keeping? How are you doing?
Great. Declan, how are you?
Not too bad, no. We're going strong here. So I suppose just introduce myself as well, Declan Meany from the office, a member of the team here. We are going to discuss today with Evan 5 top tips a Clare business should focus on in terms of digital marketing. I suppose, Evan, we're going to go straight into it and go straight over to you with tip number 1.
Right. Well, first thing, Declan, is I think every business should have a website. I'm amazed at the amount of people I meet who say, well, do I really need a website? I have a Facebook page. You absolutely need a website. You need a sales environment that you control, that you can drive people into from Google, from social media, and then you can turn them into inquiries and sales in there.
Okay, and I suppose in terms of that, then what kind of a website would you, kind of advise a business in Clare to go for?
Well, there's lots of different ones. There's WordPress, there's Wix, there's Joomla. Rather than focus on that, I would say make sure you have a website that works very hard to turn visitors into inquiries and sales. Typically, when 100 visitors come into a website, only 2 or 3% of them actually inquire or purchase. So it's not sufficient to have a pretty and informative website. You need a pretty website that also works hard.
Okay, perfect. So that's tip number 1, Evan. We will keep going.
Just on that point, I meant to say, Declan, the kind of things that you need to make sure are on the site for them to work hard would be make sure your website loads quickly. Make sure that when people land, it's really clear as to what makes you different, why people should buy your product or service. Maybe have some testimonials, maybe embed some Facebook reviews. Definitely try and have a product video that explains what your product or service is. And absolutely make sure that you've got a call to action. Pull people out of inertia, prompt them to take some kind of an action, maybe embed Facebook Messenger so that they can message you if they have a question about your service.
Perfect. Okay, very good. I suppose, sorry to interrupt you before, but we'll go into tip number 2, so from yourself.
Well, once you have the website, the next thing in terms of digital marketing, crucial that you get found when people are searching on Google for the products or services that you offer.
Okay, and are there different ways from Google that businesses can be found?
Yeah, if you were to do a typical search on Google, there's probably 4 big things on page 1. At the very top, you've got some ads, so you could have your ad appearing there very quickly, but of course that will cost you. 3 things that I think you could and should do in order to get found for free. Firstly, get yourself found in the local results. So let's say you'd a restaurant in Ennis. You'd want to be found when people search for restaurants in Ennis, but Google will put 3 Google Map results, Google business listings up at the very top. You need a Google My Business listing, go to google.com/business. Second thing is you want to be found in the 10 free organic results. You need to do certain things to get found. You need to be seen by Google as relevant, and you also need to be trusted. You really need to understand a bit about SEO. And the third thing is more and more of us are searching and going straight to image searches, image results. So let's say you were searching for a lady's black jacket. You probably do the search and then go straight into images, and more businesses are driving traffic from that. So you need to understand how that works.
Okay, perfect. Good point. I suppose then straight into tip number 3. What would you recommend next?
Well, once you got your website and you're getting found high up in Google, then start focusing on social media and find the best social network for you that gives you the most reach and the most engagement for free. Okay,
and for a business now starting up or on social media, is there a particular platform or what social media one should they really go for and focus on?
Okay, well, the 4 big ones would be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. People tend to go to Facebook first, and that is a good choice because 66% of us in Ireland are on Facebook. It's the one that would give you the most opportunity to get to the most people. However, it has changed a lot in the last few years, and businesses are reaching fewer and fewer of their followers, typically around 10%. Also, people on Facebook are getting just a little bit jaded with it, so engagement has gone down. On the other hand, people are flocking to Instagram, and on Instagram, you would reach around 40 to 60% of your followers compared to 10% on Facebook. So it kind of is what Facebook was 10 years ago. Also, engagement, the likes and comments on Instagram, typically 4 to 6 times what they are on Facebook. So if you're looking for the best free social network, definitely think about Instagram.
Perfect. Okay. So Evan, we're over halfway there. I suppose on to tip number 4 from you.
Well, if you haven't tried running ads on Facebook or Instagram and you're not sure what they are, definitely I'd explore it. Really, they're an opportunity to get into the newsfeed of people that you want to target. Let's say you had that restaurant or a boutique in Ennis. You could target people who live within 2 or 3 miles of your restaurant or boutique. And for around €5, you could get into the newsfeed of maybe 2,000 of them. You should see it as a low-cost, highly targeted alternative to press ads, radio ads that will get your message out to your target audience.
Okay, and in terms of that, is there certain like target groups you should really focus on as a business for your advertising?
Yeah, there are. Let me split them into kind of intermediate and advanced. Intermediate, you should definitely be going out to your followers. I know it might sound a bit counterintuitive. Why would I advertise to get to my followers? But really, you're only reaching around 10, 20% of them on Facebook. But these people are very interested in your business. So definitely go out to them. Secondly, target people based on the kind of pages that they've liked on Facebook. If I did have a ladies' boutique in Ennis, I could target women who live within 10 miles of my boutique over the age of 40 and have also liked the Brown Thomas page. That's really powerful. Then there's some advanced targeting options. You can target the people who visited your website. That's really powerful because, as I said earlier, for every 100 visitors to your website, maybe only 2 or 3% convert. You want to get back to the 97% of people who are interested, and Facebook allows you to do that. It's called retargeting.
Okay, a small number and just the normal reach, I suppose. Yeah, the advertising.
Yeah, but when you do get back to people, sometimes we need to see things a couple of times. And when you do get back to the people who visit your website, your conversion rate could go much higher, maybe as high as 6-8%.
Perfect. Okay. So our final tip of the day, Evan, for Clare businesses and the digital marketing.
Well, if you're going to do invest in digital marketing, really you should be measuring what you're doing to understand what's working and what isn't working, rather than just kind of throwing things out there. If you're focused on driving people into your website, not sure what happened there.
You're back again. I know.
Yeah, great. Slight glitches. So it'll tell you loads of things that are happening on your website. It'll even tell you where your traffic is coming from, and whether it's coming from search, whether it's coming from social media, and even what sales are being driven from those channels. So it's a must. Okay,
perfect. So Evan, I suppose before we have another clip, always on the first one, I suppose just to recapture the 5 points that you've made there. From what I have there, it's a very good website, an up-to-date and a very kind of demanding website. To be found on Google, so high SEO rating, and to start using social media platforms and to be visually better on them, and on to tip 4 then to actually start advertising within social media platforms as well, and finally then to start using Google Analytics so you can see where you're capturing your audience and where they're coming from.
That's it. And of course, I'm covering all of that in an upcoming digital marketing program that I'm delivering for Clare Local Enterprise Office, so people can learn all of that and a lot more.
Yeah, and just to reframe that point, reconfirm that point, that particular program is a digital marketing program which is on the 31st of October in the Clare Education Centre here in Ennis. If I'm not mistaken, there is only 4 spaces remaining, so we would advise you to book on quick on localenterprise.ie/Clare, and it's under training and events. And I suppose finally, just to let you know that in the last few weeks, we've recently released our new training brochure. So it is up online. Our courses are there for all of autumn and winter. But if you do want a hard copy, call into the office here, and if not, it is up online. So finally, Evan, listen, thanks a million for that. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. First ever Facebook Live interview. Hopefully we'll get to see you again and do it again. And thank you very much for anyone to watch.
Great. Thanks, Declan.
Bye.